Oh, it's a fresh one today. I think the weather app said -36. Thank goodness we don't need to work outside anymore. All right, we better give that thermostat a toss. Get it a little warmer in here. At least it stayed above 0, so that's something. All right. Let's get to work.
Dookie?
Huh?
Need some help?
No.
Your head hurt you? Got a
Yeah.
hangover, honey?
All right, so hopefully all the PB blast I've been laying in here has had a chance to soak in and won't make removing these Daytons such a chore. And we'll get this thing down, get the axles out of there and get the hubs off. And what I might do is try and get some of the brackets out of here and open up this area to address the welds, because Dawn Gratz, the wonderful lady that made the tank bands on Snowman, she's got her own machine shop, as I've mentioned, and she's making me this wicked A-frame I-beam deal so I can lift stuff up and not hurt myself anymore. So she's gonna come with that and set that up, and then what I want to do is see if we can attack welding these up. And she's got a wicked new state-of-the-art Miller welder, and she's gonna try and clean that up and weld up those cracks. So that'll address that. I also picked up this new locking hook for the cab on that last On the Hunt episode. So we can put that on there. And then I want to see if I can get that turbo off without too much trouble. So, like I always say, let's talk more work. Let's get at her and see how far we get on the Duke today. So I was trying to raise the cab up on the Duke there, and I had another big summer blowout, actually 2 of them. So I got to make some more lines, and I found a good use for this impact is for spinning on the initial, well, now it's not working. There it goes. The initial fitting. So I ran out of fittings. I still had some line laying around, but I didn't have any more fittings, so I just reused the old ones. And they work just fine. So we'll try and put this back together and see if we can't get that cab back up in the air. Cab overs are awesome. Okay, so finally, after about an hour of messing around, I was able to get the cab up in the air. And in the process, we actually blew out the fixed line on this ram. So what I was doing, I kept pressurizing the pump there just a little bit at a time, and it finally built up enough pressure, and I heard a loud bang, and it blew this line out, and then it easily went up. The cab had no issue going up just with the ram on the other side. So this ram was obviously seized, and it was fighting the other one. This one was trying to lift, and this one was trying to hold it in place. So what I'll do is we'll see. I'm pretty sure Kenworth still makes these. And we'll get a new ram, so we'll get this thing taken off of here. And you know, for now, actually, if you're curious how the safety lock works, you just pull this guy down, and then it comes down. This you'd close this gap, and then it would rest on there, and that's the safety lock to keep the cab from falling on your head. But I think for now I'll leave that 2x4 there as well. So I'll just park this, and I'll order that ram, and then we'll put that on another episode. But at least the cab's in the air now. Okay, let's see what else we can wreck on this truck. So next up, I wanted to get the the turbo off of there. If you recall, on an earlier episode, I was demonstrating that this impeller was kind of buggered. I mean, I could maybe throw PB Blast in there and try and get it working again, but the fact that it turns freely one way and then comes to a stop leads me to believe that it's not worth saving. But luckily, one of the fans out there, Patrick, reached out to me. He said that he showed me some of the trucks that he restores, and he collects all the old truck parts kind of like me, and he had a new used turbo laying around, and he's just double checking on the serial number of the engine just to make sure it's going to fit. But he said if it is the same one, he'll send it my way. So maybe what we'll do is we'll throw some PB Blast on those bolts so we can hopefully get that turbo off of there. I know that's going to be a bit of a pain, but we'll try and get that off. But we'll let the PB Blast soak, and maybe while we're doing that, we'll take the wheels off. Okay, so what I'm trying to do now is I want to hold the frame up, and I want the differential to go down. So these knuckles here collapse and fall down and give more room to get welding in there. So I wish I had some taller jacks. These are the biggest ones I've got. We'll see if this works. I can set it down on the frame and then just drop the diff right down to the ground. Okay, there, the frame's held. Yeah, that worked. Okay, the only catch is how am I going to get the jack out of there? Okay, I need some blocks for the hubs. Let's see if this old girl's going to go. Oh, she's cold. There. Nothing like the smell of two-stroke in the morning. There. Oh, that really worked nice. Look at those knuckles, just fell right out of the way. And now there's lots of room to get in there and weld. Yeah, that'll work good. Okay, I guess these brackets need to come off next. All right, so to clarify, the last time I took these things off, that first wheel I took off, I actually backed the nuts all the way off the wedges. And we probably need a little more torque. And the right way to do this is to back them off just a little bit. Oh, earplugs, please. So you back them off just so they're loose, but not all the way. That way they're still held there and captured, because sometimes these wedges on wheels that aren't seized like these ones can come out of here with great force and furious vengeance. So there you go. See, these ones aren't loaded up because the wheels were seized on here, but that's the right way to do it. Loosen the nut off a little bit, loosen the wedge, and then you can take the nut off all the way and take the wedge out. Uh-oh. Wow. What kind of battery power we got here? 3 power. There it goes. Nothing stops my Milwaukee. Love that tool. Yeah, so again, these ones weren't loaded up to come flying off of here, but better safe than sorry, right? Okay. Are these gonna come off easily? Oh, mint! Look at all that PB blast. I think we need to raise it up a little bit. But a month's worth of PB blast, and they come off by hand. Oh, what a treat. Yeah. So this is a lesson in the right way to take off Daytons. Oh, beauty. Okay. Come on, you heavy bugger. Get off of there. If anyone's interested in 22.5 Dayton rims, I got a set for you.
Well, it was morning when I left Alabama. Well, it must have been around in mid-July. I got behind a chicken truck from Georgia, and the feathers was a flying like snow out of the sky. I couldn't get up the speed enough to pass him, and a funny smell was getting close to me, and something keeps on messing up my windshield, and the further I go.
Just in case you're wondering, yeah, I still hate them. All right, let's see how these bolts come out of here. Oh, like nothing. You can't build one of these trucks without one of these. I am such a fan. Worth every penny. Wow, that makes quick work of that. Not liking that one. Okay, we'll just throw a little heat to it and try that. And I know I need an oxyacetylene. I gotta get the tanks. I've got the torches, I just don't have the tanks yet. And what I wanna do is buy them instead of renting them, because for the amount I use it, I'll probably fill them up once with gas and it'll last me years. So I'd rather buy the tanks instead of paying every month. So I'll just keep an eye out at the auctions and get them eventually. Okay, let's see if that helps. I think the other problem is my battery in the Milwaukee is only at 3/4, so that's not helping either. Little bit of heat will do you. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, last bolt. Yeah. Nice and red. That should do it. Oh, nice. I could do chin-ups down here. Oh yeah, a little bit of galvanic corrosion. Where have I seen that before? Okay, so now that bracket's out of there, maybe cut these hoses, and then we probably should have a pretty open view of the crack. Clean all that out of there and then weld her back up. Okay, next job, let's try and tackle this old rusty turbo. So just do an initial assessment here. Looks like the exhaust manifold cracked at one time and was welded up. And this clamp's broken, so that's going to be easy to get off of there. So yeah, I'll take the rest of the clamps off, and we'll take the air intake out of the way, and then we'll start working at these bolts that I know are just going to break off. Okie doke. Fun.
The harder it gets to sing. Yeah, the chicken truck, behind it I'm stuck. Chicken truck, this is my luck. Chicken truck.
Okay. Oh, come on. There she goes. A little bit of corrosion in there. Looks like we had some oil leaking as well. Coming down from the top end, that's curious. Oh yeah, that is pooched. Okay. Okay, YouTube viewers, what's oil on this side mean? Huh. I don't think we're supposed to have oil on that side. Oh well, worry about that later. Okay, let's keep taking this thing off.
Highway 65. Well, the hens are squawking and the roosters are crowing. He's slowing me down and I need to keep going. Chicken truck on Highway 65.
See, this is coming apart pretty smooth. Okay, there we go. Huh. It was just getting caught on this impeller, it appears. You can see where it was. The impeller was pressed against this, or this cup was pressed against the impeller. Now, was that not held back? Oh, well, looks like something went through there. I don't know if you can see that on the teeth there, but it's got a little ding there. Yeah, so this guy's shot, but that screeching actually I don't think was the bearing. It was just rubbing on that cup, because it does turn freely. Oh, there's a little bit of play there. Yeah, I think it's paperweight. We'll go ahead and hopefully Patrick can get me one that matches. This will be a nice piece of art for the wall. Okay, get that last piece off of there. Yeah, so I'm starting to think that maybe it wasn't the smartest idea to try and get this turbine casing off the exhaust manifold. Because just as I figured, the bolt heads broke off, but the studs, I mean, this thing just gets cooked, obviously, but the studs are so cooked in there, they're absolutely just welded in. I mean, I can't even budge it. Where's my hammer? Yeah. I mean, they're not even budging at all, so I guess maybe I need a bigger hammer, or I'll drill them out, or maybe a bigger torch with some more heat. But I'll hang out here and keep working on this and get this off one way or another. So with that, I think I'm gonna bid you farewell. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll see you same time, same place next week. And don't ever forget, if you got it, a trucker brought it.